Now, Bloomberg's been told that Indian investigators will miss Friday's one-year deadline to explain why an Air India jet line crashed right after takeoff. We're told that's because an examination of Boeing's plane's engines in the U.S. still needs to be completed. Let's get more from New Delhi with Bloomberg aviation reporter Mihir Mishra. Mihir, talk to us about this delay.
Hi, good morning, Haslinda. So the inquiry is the investigation into the crash is mostly done, but the issue with investigators are that the principle how these investigations work is they look at the most possible cause for the crash and they look at all the other aspects that could have caused the crash. Now, while there is a consensus on a particular on the pilot action as being one of the reasons, as being the most likely reasons for the crash, but the investigators want to be doubly sure, and which is why they have sent these G engines to the US. These engines, while the engine data has already been analyzed, these engines will be unscrewed, and the analysis will be done by the engineers at G, just to be sure that anything inside the engine may not have caused the crash. Now, it can be debated that this could have been done earlier and not wait till the last moment so that the final report is delayed. While that debate always is valid, but the fact is that this is the first Boeing 787 crash, and the investigators in India are also want to come out with a detailed report to prove the theory that they have in terms of the reason for the crash, and that is the reason for the delay.
Mihir, how soon should we then expect this report, and what should we expect from the report?
What we are told is that it should take another, say 3 more months for the final report to come. These 3 months will be essentially required for the engine research to come from G, and then that will be incorporated in the final report. And so around August or September, we expect the final report to come. The final report essentially will be a very detailed one, which is likely to, and the likely reason for the crash could be, according to our sources, a pilot action which led to the crash. But the report will detail every aspect of the aircraft and the 32 seconds that led to, after which the plane crashed on that on a year ago. Thank you.
Bloomberg's India aviation and infrastructure reporter Mihir Mishra, thank you. Our next guest is a veteran on India's aviation sector. Let's now bring in Vandana Singh, chairman of Aviation Cargo and a chair at the Federation of Aviation Industry of India. Vandana, good to have you with us. It's not just this Air India report that's been delayed. India has repeatedly delayed such reports. What do you make of what is happening in India?
Firstly, a very good morning to you from India. And let's not forget that this is the worst 787 crash of the world. Let's not just forget that there were Indian nationals on it. There were also 53 British nationals on it. And the fact that it's rather that it's delayed and decoded properly, rather than we look at the deadlines. In this case, the investigation is a bit complex. And it is not necessary that, you have to come out with a finding within 12 months. Of course, the Annex 3 of the ICAO says that within 12 months, within a year, you have to have a report. But then we know that complex investigations can take anything from, 12 to 22 months or 24 months, even 2 years plus. We do expect a status update. But a lot of facets, as were just mentioned, are involved. What about the FedEx data? What about the GE analysis that we are talking about? What about the switches as such? The TCMA, a lot of factors are still being looked into. In my perspective, what I saw and what I have seen is a lot of speculations, everything going in the direction of the human error, meaning not even giving the 50% of doubt principle and looking at the systems, the stakeholders over here, all the stakeholders, including Air India, including Boeing, including Honeywell, including GE, all of it has to be looked into. So yes, There is a delay,
Right.
but I'd rather that the truth come out and it be decoded rather than just come up and jump to conclusions and speculations. Over to you, ma'am.
Vandana, we appreciate it is complicated. It is a huge case. I'm just wondering if you see gaps in India's ability to do investigations such as these. Is it a matter of, capacity enforcement? Are there gaps?
To be very honest, all the technical experts are here. We have the best of engineering. We have the best of expertise in the AAIB. But I see that perhaps, conclusions have not been reached. There have been disagreements. Let's understand this is not an investigation trial. This is pure engineering. And here, the experts will come up with their views. So yes, we have the knowledge, we have the talent, we have the experts, but I fail to understand why the black boxes were sent twice to the US. There was no requirement for that. I feel that the analysis should have been happened here because we have the provisions here in India. And as we speak, we have another 787 flying. We have 1,200 787s that are flying around. We don't want another crash to happen. So in my view, safety excellence must remain non-negotiable. And if that be the case, I think India, with its stronger systems, needs to ensure the report is proper so that we have safer skies for the future with a better oversight. Over to you, ma'am.
Vandana, some people have suggested perhaps that AIB should be more autonomous like the NTSB. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the same too. I think the same too, that should be the case. I feel also we should learn from the best. I just said that we have the most capable talent in our country. We have the best investigating staff in our country for such accidents. However, yes, you're right. We should also look at an autonomous structure, and we should try to make it better and upgrade ourselves. Of course, I do think so, as an aviation expert.
And Vandana, of course, you're the chairman of the Aviation Cargo. I'm wondering, what are some of the key takeaways and what are some of the measures that can be implemented to ensure that such incidents don't happen again?
Lots of steps have been taken here in our country. As we know, we are the fastest. India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world, the third largest domestic aviation market in the world. We want safer skies for the world. We have upcoming about 300 more airports that are opening in India. So obviously, the call of the day is to really upgrade ourselves. Lots of things right now are being looked into as far as this investigation is concerned. But moving on and learning from this, I think we should ensure that probably infrastructure around the airports, such as the Ahmedabad airport, all of that infrastructure which is outside within a certain periphery should be dismantled. The rescue operations or the rescue response should be really good and quick and fast. And all of those facilities need to be upgraded, especially in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities in our country. Over to you, ma'am.
Vandana, I'm just wondering, all the measures that you have mentioned, are they enough to rebuild confidence among the people?
Yes, why not? I'd like to be optimistic about it. And let's not forget that to date, the safest mode of transportation from point A to point B is flying, is getting onto an aircraft. And as we increase the number of aircrafts we have in our country, as we increase the capacities, we increase the airports, the infrastructure, and all of it that is happening, the confidence definitely comes back. People bounce back. But yes, this needs a closure. This disaster of 787 tragedy needs a closure. Over to you, ma'am.